Hello, everyone. I just want to give you a quick overview of week one of the course. Um, the idea here is that we will be devoting the whole week to a close reading of Hans Jonas's 1973 essay, Technology and Responsibility Reflections on the New Tasks of Ethics. I felt that this essay is of such importance, I think, for our understanding of technology in general and its effects on us as human beings, that it is really kind of irreplaceable for me, my understanding of the meaning of technology, the impact of technology on human life, that I don't know where else I would start, really, or what else I would base a course that had anything to do with ethics and technology, except with this essay. Why are we reading it, though? Well, I mean, for its insight or its speculative suggestions for the meaning of technology in general, and specifically the meaning of digital technology and its deep effects on the way that we think, the way that we live, um, and the way that we deal with life. And ethics is essentially the way that we deal with life. We can think about ethical questions, moral questions, questions of right and wrong as being of a specific nature, but they're so all pervasive in everyday life that it really is just about how we cope with being human beings in the world and living our lives. And Jonas had a thesis about that. His thesis was that the power of modern technology, and he wasn't thinking specifically of computer technology, but it certainly would include that the power of our technology, what we have created, has reached a point where the fundamental conditions of human life have changed, or the human condition has changed. And what that means, amongst other things, is that the ethical approaches, the schools of ethics, the doctrines of morality, the ways of living and dealing with other people, dealing with questions of right and wrong that have been developed by human beings over the millennia are no longer adequate. And we are in a new situation. This may or may not be right. I don't know. I think it's a thesis that, even if it's not entirely correct, is it can give us a lot of shed a lot of light on what's happening in the world, what's been happening in the world for quite some time. And so the implication is of this thesis that the old ways of technology, or excuse me, the old ways of ethics are no longer adequate to deal with the new situation, implies that we need a new ethics. This may be exaggerated, I don't know, but it is certainly an important thesis. And as we move through the course, I'd like you to keep it in mind. Because essentially, Jonas is saying we're in new territory as human beings because of the power of our technology. And so we need to be more creative and thoughtful in the way that we think about morality and ethics to deal with this new situation. I'm not saying, again, that that thesis is necessarily true, but it certainly is credible. And I would like you to keep it in mind as we move through the course. So, of course, there will be more specific videos as we do the readings this week, but I wanted to give you a sense of why I've chosen it in the first place to begin the course.